Why are you watching me? Maybe. Maybe. We're about to sauce the bed because I posted a few pictures lately and everybody's like, how come the bed doesn't match the cab? Even though in the caption I said, I still need to do the bed. I mean, you can write that literally in a caption and the people will still ask you why the bed's a different color. Or have you done the bed yet? So we're gonna do the bed right now. So this is the Patina Sauce. I don't know much about it other than it works because you can see where I just wiped and where I haven't wiped. And you can compare the blues, which the truck's a little dirty now, so I'll have to wipe that again, but you can see just wiping it on, which we already brought out a bunch of the color by Scotch-Brite in it with a gray Scotch-Brite pad, and then using the sweet patina degreaser and cleaner. And then after we were done with the cleaner, we wiped it with the happy ending sauce, which is like a quick detailer. And now we're putting this on, and we're basically gonna let this sit for like 15-20 minutes. And then we're gonna come back and wipe it back off. Let's talk about working and building a patina truck, especially when we do it for me and not a customer. The difference between me building something for me, of course with the guys help run the shop, is that I can kind of do whatever the hell I want. You know, like this is the first Rev B chassis. It's the first one. Nobody knows anything about it. Nobody knows how it works. And is it a gamble for me to spend all this time building a truck around a chassis that's not proven? I know Scott pretty well, and I trust him, and I was able to put a lot of my input into it. As a builder, I think that's pretty appreciative on his side to get feedback from somebody like me that, I mean, I've done just about every chassis out there. There's a few smaller companies I haven't done, but I've done all the bigger ones. So it's kind of cool to get this one in and see the differences. But apart from the chassis, it's like the turbo setup and the exhaust coming through the hood. Like, to get a customer to say, yeah, let's do exhaust through the hood, it's just not gonna happen. Maybe if we get one crazy enough, but you know, and then other stupid things like I put gold spike lug nuts on this thing. I hate spike lug nuts. They're the dumbest thing in the world. But then I matched it with a gold valve stem just because it's a patina truck. Like, who cares? Hopefully I can beat it up, and the engine's got good power, and we could do burnouts on 2415s because you can get these tires at whatever that custom audio place is, and they always have them in stock. So it's like the days of worrying about Pirelli tires being there are gone. Welcome back, YouTubers. Is that a word? This is Todds K5, and as you can tell, there is a lot of sound deadener in here. This is all Restomod membrane. This thing is now running and driving. Restomod AC is blowing cold. We've got all the lights operational, all the cooling systems operational. Basically, this thing just needs an interior, which is going to be kept relatively simple. We'll do speakers in the kick panels, speakers at the back seat in the quarters, and then we need to put the back seat in here so we can see what size spare we can fit, and if we order another set of Innovate wheels, maybe even just a same wheel but smaller tire, something like that. We got to figure that out. Anybody out there that's ever put together a square body dash will feel the pain here. So this is all aftermarket bezel because the old one was a wood one and the wood doesn't really fit with this truck. We've got Dakota Digital. These are the HDX gauges, black face. A lot of people have asked about this steering column. This is a universal Flaming River. We use a universal mount for a GM to put it in place. But these are good. They work good. But the square body syndicate ones by I Did It are an easier bolt-in solution for you guys at home. But everything here works. We've got the Restomod AC factory replacement controls. We've got retro sound radio, and this truck actually fires up. This one's basically ready to go off to interior. Next to the Blazer over at Chris's truck, this is GMC Fleet side, which is nice and unique. Factory tubs, kind of. These are actually like 60 to 66 tubs, but they look very, very similar to the 55, 59, or 58, 59. But you can see widened to go over here, and then we contoured them around this exterior bedside. So down here you've got 2 layers, up here you only have 1 layer. This is stained patina, so we didn't want to weld to the outside. So this just follows this nicely. We'll probably use like a flexible seam sealer against it, so that way as the bedsides shake, the seam sealer doesn't crack. These bedsides are 2 pieces. So this is 1 piece, this is another piece, and then there's an in and an out of the other piece. So it actually worked out really well. We're gonna set our wood right on that ledge. So a lot of lucky / well-planned things on this. That'll make this bed go a little bit quicker and be a little bit more cost effective. No bead rolls anywhere in the bed, so the panel across the back is just flat. Chris is in the middle of welding that in right now. In the last video, we told you that we had the wrong radiator for this truck. We were shipped a 47 to 53. Wasn't gonna work out, so we sent that back, and Entropy sent us the correct radiator. So now we have the radiator in there. Next will be AC, a lot of plumbing. Next, just cruising around today at work. To my defense, I was kind of washing the truck, patina saucing the truck, so you don't want to get your shoes wet for that. You got time lapse on that camera? Can you speed this up? Okay, speed it up, ready? Okay, we work by the hour here, so the exhaust is all done on this now. He wanted the exhaust out right here. I'm not a fan. Plus, we have the RideTech 4-link right here. So we could have put muffler up here and snaked out, but this is a like 1500 horsepower-ish engine. It's good for 2500 if it'll make it, the internals will handle it. But it would just be so freaking loud right here. So I talked him into running the exhaust all the way out the back. His only stipulation was it has to go sideways and can't just dump down. So MagnaFlow exits out the side like he wanted, just behind the wheel rather than in front. Another thing that we did differently on this one, right after the X pipe. So the hopes is that the exhaust travels right through here and right out these dumps. So we put electric cutouts in here. He wants it really loud. And with these things open, it will be really loud. We've got ultimate headers up here. A lot of people ask about the brakes that we use. We use those ABS power brake modules, master cylinders that are on our website. So you can buy them right on our website, save yourself the grief of figuring out which ones you need. But this is the pump for that. So this is on a flexible rubber isolated mount because this is a little pump. This pump charges this accumulator. This accumulator keeps the pressure to your master cylinder. So rather than your vacuum creating your power of the power brakes, this creates it. We've got a really big transcooler. So this is not the normal one that we use, but we built our own aluminum mount for it. Nice little guard here. Fittings are up high. There's a big void in the bottom of the seat right here on these trucks. So it'll still have plenty of airflow. The fan will be in a sucker mode. You can see we've got our fans wired already. This is all the headlight, turn signal, horn. I don't know that we've shown you. This is a good view of all the RideTech suspension. Big beefy sway bar, control arms upper and lower, all new steering, all new RideTech adjustable coilovers. He brought us the Willwood brakes for this. So we're waiting for our air filter to get here, but this thing's running a massive 4.5 inch intake. It's all Texas speed built. It's all forged internals. It's a 408 cubic inch. It's a 2650 Magnuson on there with the cog drive. Not done. We'll clean it up a little bit more. The hopes is that we have this thing running next week. So interior wise, we need to do the same thing we just did to the K5. Get the dash in this with all the dash pieces and the gauges, another set of Dakota digitals. Tech tip Tuesday, even though it's Friday. This is called a Hobbs switch. So on this truck and like my truck, a lot of the builds that we do that have boost in them, we run 2 fuel pumps. So this is a Hobbs switch, and you can get these in different PSIs, but basically when this hits a certain PSI of pressure, so run it off the engine, pressure, and the intake manifold sees 5 pounds of boost, this makes contact, second fuel pump kicks on. So normally you're only running 1 fuel pump. When you go into boost, this switch runs off a vacuum, and kicks the second fuel pump on. Just like on the fuel pressure regulator, this is a vacuum reference. So as you go into boost on the fuel pressure regulator, it increases the flow as well. So not the pressure, stays at 58 PSI, but increases the flow. So anyway, like I said, hoping to fire this one up next week. We've got inner fender panels from slosh tubs to put back on it, but we're gonna repaint them. We've got some LS fab hinges on here. But look for this thing. If we can get it far enough, we might bring this to Dino's and put it in our booth. Just because Brandon's really cool, and when you're a really cool customer, we like to do really cool things for you like that. So here we have MW, Chef MW. We have his Tahoe. This thing's done. I think we need a blinker flasher for it actually to plug in. We tried the normal ones, and this is still running factory fuse box, and we had to order some off of Amazon. So, but this thing's just a really cool cruiser. QA1 front, a combination of AZ Pro Performance and QA1 out back, AZ Pro 14-inch Revelator brake system all the way around. And we'll probably do a wrap up on this one, so we'll give you more later, but this has an LS in it. Don Hardy built LS, interior's been done, and we'll save the rest of it for the wrap up video. This one will definitely be at our booth in Dino's. Unfortunately, MW will not make it out here, but this part of the shop looks a little bit empty right now, but that's because we are preparing for SEMA and then the get down, and before the get down's our open house on the 9th. Derek's truck's back. Couple reasons. We got a little short list. So we gave him this truck back with like less than 300 miles on it because he was trying to make that Grand National Truck Show. But the idea is to get all this squared away and bring it to Dino's. So this is another one that'll be in our booth. He did do the bed himself, which came out killer. This is that Gator Step. I don't know what the brand is. It's like a boat decking, but it has kind of a wood look to it, but it's soft, so you can actually put stuff in there. So you'll see more of this soon. But it's basically just back here for a checkup, fix a couple things, and bring it to Dino's. Well, we made it through another video, folks. Thanks for watching to the end. We do have some exciting news about this truck, but I'm not going to tell you yet, but it'll be fun. And we have new merchandise, but it's not on the website yet because we're holding out till Dino's. So if you're coming to Dino's, make sure you stop by for our open house. November 9th, Thursday before the show, starts at 5:30. Don't ask me to reserve you a spot because this is our open house and our vehicles will be out front, like the ones that we've built will be in the prime spots out front. We'll have some in here. We'll have some in process, some finished. We'll have free pizza. I think Frank lined up a taco truck, so you have to pay for your own tacos though. But we'll have food and drinks. Sherwin-Williams is buying all the pizza, and House of Colors buying all the soda and water. So there'll be plenty here for you. Come have a good time. If you want to see trucks and shop stuff, this will be the place to be on Thursday, November 9th, 5:30 till whenever, 9:30, 10 o'clock, because we have to roll vehicles over to Dino's after that, because every vendor vehicle has to be in the booth Thursday. Then Friday, I'm getting long-winded, Friday is Dino's from like 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., something like that. We'll be over there early and we probably won't leave till late. And then Saturday is Dino's as well. We'll be there both days. We'll have new hats, new shirts. We'll have some sweatshirts in case it's cold. And we'll have some of the parts, tailgate latch kits, that type of thing. But anyway, come by and see us. Come say hi to the guys. Tell them how good of a job they do on this stuff. And then after Dino's, we'll get this thing wrapped up and release a video on that. We'll probably do a video on Derek's truck, release that, and we'll do a video on Chef's Tahoe. And so, like I said, if you're not subscribed, now is a good time to go click the button and subscribe because we've got a lot of stuff coming to you. Plus, we'll keep doing these monthly updates. So, until next time, see you right before SEMA, probably. This is some Chupapi Muñeño Moonbeam that's gonna go under the truck because, you know, Dino's is kind of at night on Friday. So we're gonna put a bunch of these lights under it That way Moonbeam and I can go cruising together and have lights.